Hi, this is Chapter 3 of Leading a High Reliability School. A high reliability school is driven by professional learning communities, which allow educators to collaboratively work together to achieve student learning. Marzano states that a high reliability organization has a focus on using data to make decisions that focus on continuous improvement. Besides having effective leaders that can guide direction, develop people, redesign organizations when needed, and manage the instructional program, a high reliability school needs to be able to organize its efforts to increase the amount and quality of attention to failure and data analysis, engage every member in level organization, increasing alertness to detail, focusing on what needs to be done to progress, and empowering those who share the vision. For every indicator of a high reliability school, there is a leading indicator, which are the actions that are needed or that are taken to ensure success, while lagging indicators are the result of that action. Chapter 3 focuses on effective teaching in every classroom. Are teachers the key to success? Teachers have a lasting impact on students, largely because of how they may have treated them, but even more so because of what they've learned from those teachers. A highly effective teacher will produce student learning, but how do these teachers do it? So if teachers are the link to success and success equals learning, we need to make sure that the teachers have access, support, and means to perfect their art. How do we increase instructional competence? If teachers are the direct link to learning, then how do we make sure they receive every resource needed to perfect their art? Marzano states highly competent teachers are the school's ability to enhance student learning. Leading indicator 2.1. The school communicates a clear vision as to how teachers should address their instruction. Every teacher has to understand the vision for success. There has to be a use of common language or an instructional model that is essential for success. Marzano states a school should make its model of instruction comprehensive. A comprehensive model will benefit teachers of different levels to have room to perfect their art, room for improvement. The model should provide teachers room for improvement and resources to differentiate their instruction. Instructional models need to be research-based and have value in the school and the classroom. Leaders and administrators have to be knowledgeable of the instructional model as well as the staff. The lagging indicator. The result of this indicator would be written documents that exhibit implementation of the instructional model, which has examples of best practices. Professional development, staff receiving professional development that correlates with the instructional model, and attributes of the model could be understood and described. Leaders still need to continue to monitor and evaluate this indicator. The accountability of the leader in the building is just making sure the language of the instructional model is priority and the model becomes part of the culture or the teaching curriculum while continuing to monitor and adjust. Leading indicator 2.2. Support teachers to enhance their pedagogical skills through reflection and professional growth plans. We would never want to go to a doctor that didn't keep up best practices to take care of us when we are sick. It is important that teachers keep best practice. This is exemplary of a great principle to support teachers in this capacity. Continue to provide opportunities for their teachers to basically continue to grow to be effective. Encourage and empower teachers to never stop developing. What's your growth goal? Don't get too comfortable. Be able to move outside of your comfort zone. Growth goals are supposed to enhance your practice or enhance the practice of teachers. We need teachers to set their growth goals within the stretch zone. The stretch zone provides opportunities for personal development. Leaders want teachers to take risks. They want teachers to continue to be excited about teaching, to continue to be challenged, and continue to challenge themselves to always be better. After doing this, you will be able to see teachers collaborating with one another, listening to one another, discussing their goals, tracking their goals, writing down their goals, and attaining their goals. As leaders continue to monitor this and teachers track this, progress will be able to be made. These goals that are being attained, they need to continue to be challenging, and they need to be able to have ways to make those teachers better. Remember, there are so many different ways to score a touchdown. Leading indicator 2.3. Aware of and monitors predominant instructional practices. What instructional practices are being used most often? Which are the most effective? This indicator will generate data for leaders to find out. So, what's the norm? Is it the same or is it different? Leaders should observe the vision by monitoring and collecting data. Marzano State school administrators need to periodically review the data, tell the story about what is and not happening across the school. So when this is happening, leaders will be able to visually see what is working and what is not working, what predominant strategies, instructional strategies are being used, and are they effective? This data can be shared among teachers so they can also know what's going on. Leaders must continue to always monitor and adjust, but they're able to observe the effects of the predominant instructional strategies being used and be transparent with their staff about the results, because the main goal is we want those results to be effective. Or are the use or disuse of them affecting the learning? And so when we find out that information, we can act accordingly. Leading indicator 2.4, providing teachers with clear ongoing evaluations of their pedagogical strengths and weaknesses based on data and student achievement. How do you have superior rating, but growth and success are non-existent? How do you even know where to start? By measuring teachers' actions. The teacher actions should affect a student's mental state and the way that student processes information. The actions can be such things as the way those teachers use assessment, the way those teachers conduct direct instruction lessons, to name a few. The evaluators or the leaders should also put teachers into tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Tier 1 is the most effective tier, which you can monitor that teacher once a month, and that teacher is really great at their practice. Tier 2, this teacher does a very good job, may need some improvement, and you can mostly observe them or evaluate them twice a month. While Tier 3 teachers need improvement, they should be evaluated once a week, and they should also have a professional growth plan implemented. So the result of this indicator is putting your teachers in tiers to show growth. They need to see their before and after to monitor their growth, and they need feedback on what they have been able to improve upon. As leaders, you have to be available to help staff progress. And as leaders, we can never stop learning along with the teachers. You have to make sure you know those instructional models and you know ways in which to help them progress with their art or with their craft of teaching. Leading indicator 2.5 provides teachers with job-embedded professional development that is directly related to their instructional growth goals. One size fits all doesn't always fit all. There needs to be differentiation in the professional development that teachers receive, just as well as there need to be differentiation in the way that we teach students or the way students are taught. There needs to be the right tools to get the job-embedded professional development. So, what are the right tools? The tools to engage teachers include instructional coaching, which is the most effective because it warrants feedback for success for teachers. Instructional video library. This allows teachers to watch many practices being done and strategies being used to help them become better, generate success for them to learn. Video reflection. Teachers are able to video themselves and watch it and basically reflect on it to become better at their craft. After this is done, basically you'll have teachers always being able to teach teachers or learn from one another. And them watching online videos is just as good as them watching or being able to observe a teacher live teaching. Leaders should always create requirements, resources, and access to job-embedded professional development for their teachers. Remember, their staff can never stop learning, and they can never stop learning. The priority is always to make sure that our students are learning. Leading indicator 2.6, teachers have opportunities to observe and discuss effective teaching. Teachers need to see it to achieve it. We learn better from others, students and teachers. This strategy promotes ideas and replication. Teachers can use this information to collaborate, reflect, and make changes once they're doing it. When this indicator is being used, you'll see more engagement among your teachers, and hopefully that can implement more engagement within their classroom as they are teaching instructional strategies. You'll see your teachers collaborating during their team meetings to discuss the videos or parts of great teaching, and making this indicator an essential part of discussion in team collaborative meetings. As leaders, we always need to provide time for teachers to observe others and provide instruction and discuss what was seen and how it affects them and how it will progress them. So the essential question was, how do we increase instructional competence? How do we make sure all students are learning by highly effective teachers? By being leaders that support, communicate, provides, and makes time for it to happen. Remember, highly effective teachers don't teach students content. They teach students how to learn.